Hi everyone, welcome to another video. I hope you are all doing well. We're here to discuss today's soil classification using USDA, United States Department of Agriculture, or in other reference, they call it the Triangular Soil Classification System. So first thing first, let us take note that we will not consider gravel, so we will only consider clay, silt, and sand. To do that, we are modifying the soil component by removing the gravel component of the soil. So we will only consider 3 components. To further understand the use of this chart, let us dive into an example. So we are given here a particle size distribution of 3 soils, including their soil particles such as their gravel, sand, silt, and clay. So we are asked to modify the percentages of sand, silt, and clay for each soil type. Then we will classify it using the USDA textural classification chart. Let us first modify each soil by starting for soil A. So we are to remove the particle gravel. So for soil A, we will notice that the gravel percentage is 0. Then for sand we have 34, and for silt 40, then clay is 26. These percentages must total or sum up to 100%. So we are asked to modify the percentage of sand, silt, and clay for each soil type. So for soil A, to check whether the modified percentages are correct, so our first step is to remove the percentage of gravel, but for soil A, we only have 0% gravel. To prove that the percentage of sand, silt, and clay are all already modified, let us try 34 over 4. This should be 34% plus 40% plus 26% times 100%. So the percentage modified for sand should be the same as presented. So this should be 0.34 or 34%. Since the gravel is already 0%, the modified percentage of sand, silt, and clay should be the same as presented. To further understand the modifying process, let us try modifying for soil B. Let us first modify the percentage of sand by representing the percentage of sand to that of the 3 relevant particles. So 15 over 15 plus 30% of silt plus 20% of clay. So let us remove the percentage of gravel. So we are representing that 3 particles as a whole. So for sand, we will arrive to 23.08%. Moving on, let us modify the percentage of silt. We have 30% originally. 15 plus 30 plus 20% times 100%. So the modified percentage of silt now will be M is equal to 46.15%. Moving on to clay. So let us modify clay. 20% over 15 plus 30 plus 20 times 100%. So the modified percentage for clay now will be 30.77%. To check whether our modified percentages are correct, S plus M plus C should be equal to 100%. So 23.08% plus 46.15% plus 30.77% should be equal to 100%. So you check it will be equal to 100%. That means we are on the right track. Lastly, for soil C, we are to disregard first the percentage of gravel. So disregarding that, we have the modified percentage for sand. So let us calculate. For sand, we have 15 all over 15 plus 25 plus 40 times 100%. Sand modified percentage will now be equal to 18.75%. So moving on to silt. So 25 all over 15 plus 25 plus 40 times 100%. So the modified percentage of silt now will be equal to 31.25%. So moving on to clay percentage. So C is equal to 40 all over 15 plus 25 plus 40 times 100. So the modified percentage of clay will be 50%. S plus M plus C should be equal to 100% to satisfy our modified percentage. These are the modified percentages for soil B and soil C. Let us try to classify soil A using the textural USDA chart. So for soil A, we have these details. Take note that the reading of this chart should be in clockwise motion. Let us start first with the sand particle. So for soil A, we have 34%. Let us just draw a line from 30% number line of sand, 34%. So let us draw a line, connect it to the left side. That's it. Then let's move on to clay. So clay is 26%. So let us just graph 26% on the number line of clay. So starting from this point to this point, we are following the clockwise motion. 26% is just right about here. 26%. Let's draw a line. Drawing a line from 26%. And that's it. Now, following the clockwise motion, we are about to check the silt percentage. So that's 40%. So let us just draw the 40% number line. So that's not the right way, no? We are to connect the three lines. So 40% is just about here. 40%. To check the reading, we will check the intersection of the three lines. So the three lines cross at this point, therefore the reading is clay loam, meaning we classify soil A as clay loam. Moving on to soil B, let us use the modified percentage for soil B, disregarding the percentage of gravel. Following the clockwise, let's start with sand, 23.08%. So that's about 23.08%. Sand percentage is right about here. So let's draw a line, 23.08%. Moving on to silt percentage, or clay, 30.77. So that's about right here. 30.77. Yeah. Then silt percentage is 46.15%. So that's about right here. So technically, we will intersect at here, reading it as clay loam. So the reading for soil B, or classification for soil B, is clay loam. But is this correct? Technically, this is wrong because initially we removed the gravel. So basically, we will go back to adding the percentage of gravel. So our reading will be gravelly clay loam. Just remember that after modifying, if you have a gravel percentage originally, you have to reconsider the gravel percentage. So for soil C, Let us try to graph the modified percentage first. First, for sand, we have 18.75%. So 18.75% is just right about here. So let us draw a solid line. 18.75. I think it's enough here. Then moving on to clay, so that's about 50%. 50% is right about here. Then following the last silt, 31.25%. So 31.25% is right about here. So the intersection landed on clay. So meaning the classification for soil C is clay. But since we disregarded gravel, we will consider it again. So the reading is gravelly clay. Alright. Additional note, if the intersection landed on the boundaries, for example, for this one, boundary of clay and clay loam, we will read it as clay loam. So we will consider the both region or both classification as our reading. That ends this video. If you have any question, feel free to leave a comment, and thank you for watching.